This is Creator Lohem, Yahweh God Elohim. This is April Fool's Day of 2022. Excuse me, April Fool's Day of 2023. Bethlehem Steel. Bethlehem Steel was the sovereign nation that exists before these United States. And Bethlehem Steel has a calendar year where it's 1 year in the future of the USA, which means that it's -1 calendar year. So on April Fool's Day of 2023, in the USA it would be April Fool's Day of 2022 simultaneously in Bethlehem Steel, the sovereign nation that exists before these United States. This message is about the Declaration of Independence of 1776. I am God Enosh, Yahweh, Creator Elohim, of the 1776 Declaration of Independence. I'm also Calvin Trice Murphy, Lohem, Yahweh God Elohim, creator of the legislation of the 1938 banking system, Granite Discovery, and Smithsonian Institute. The Smithsonian Institute is a museum of artifacts, but it also has my first manuals for video and audio recorders. Granite Discovery is the invention of science, which I invented that. And the banking system obviously is about the federal and federal governments of these United States. My name is English, Yahweh Elohim, literally. And so my name English is placed in the 1776 Declaration of Independence. That English is independent of their creator, of the Bible, obviously, with the word God, or God, placed in the 1776 Declaration of Independence, and obviously independent of their creator. In the English language, the English suffix of ing means that someone is doing something, or something is doing something. My name English is spelled with eng, and I place a letter I, visibly seen, for any creator to claim that it tried to create my name, English. Enosh, Yahweh God Elohim, creator I am. First person English, second person English, and third person English. I created that also. I am the first person, Lohem. I am the first person, Yahweh. I am the first person, Elohim. Therefore, my name is I am Love Lohem, the first person. I am Love Yahweh, the first person. And I am Love Elohim, the first person. Therefore, I became first, second, and third person with myself. The World Wide Web Internet since the year 2000 have been celebrating Black history. And this is the time that supposedly Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated April 4th of 1968 in Selma, Alabama on TV by James Earl Ray, which would contradict the Los Angeles Police Department in 1981, where it accused me, Yahweh, God of Isaac Corey Smith, Lohem, Elohim, of actually being the assassinator. The World Wide Web Internet has used character assassinations of my names so prevalently that you cannot find an actual computer programmer from 1998 except me, Yahweh God Elohim, where I left my email address at the University of California, Los Angeles, and I created 3 email addresses before the year 2000 at UCLA. Me, Yahweh Elohim, I am. First person English was never used to write the Bible about me. I am Yahweh God Elohim. It only placed my name, I am, in the Bible. The writers of the Bible that first wrote my word God, other than my English dictionary of me, Yahweh God Elohim, Enosh, Yoel, first person English was never used to write about me, Yahweh God Elohim. I would have wrote it myself. And I did. My names. From Genesis to Revelation, it was never first-person English used. It was always hearsay. Supposedly some prophet heard the Lord say this to someone, and some prophet heard the Lord say that. What is that? That's basically a report of a spy. Basically, if a spy was spying on someone, like with video camera and audio recorders, they would tell their superior, commander, I heard this or I witnessed that. That's how the Bible was written. Gossip and slander of me, Yahweh God Elohim, Creator. So I know that your World Wide Web Internet did not have a credible source of witnesses of me before the year 2000. We do not know who your supposed religious experts of the law is. So I gave you Murphy's Law, me, Calvin Trice, Murphy's Law, Lohem, Yahweh God Elohim I am, creator of the English language, and Planet Venus. Planet Venus is where Hoover Street has been seen on 2 planets, witnessed with my video and audio recorders. United Stations, which is part of the 1776 Declaration of Independence of me, Yahweh God Elohim, United Stations of these United States. That's also called electronics now. And United Stations was to prove how false your creators all are or were. In the United States War of 1812 with Ariel, I did serve me. Uriel, Angel Lohem, Yahweh God Elohim of the United States War of 1812. That's where we killed their creator of the 1776 Declaration of Independence. So you will never find their creator from the 1776 Declaration of Independence because we killed their creator. Me, Yahweh God Elohim, from my planet Venus in heaven. And left a VP in my federal and federal governments. By the time 1938 began, I had created science with granted discovery, which is funding for scientific studies. I created one branch of science called chemistry. And chemistry was created from the Bible. That did not use the periodical table. It did not truly mention vitamins and minerals. That's what I created, Calvin Trice Murphy, Lohem, Yahweh God Elohim. Created the legislation of the banking system, which is for the Granite Discovery and Smithsonian Institute, respectively. Chemistry, there's a Bible verse that says that there's the mystery of cries, just as trees. So we used the hieroglyphic of Christ and gave that name to the great Aurelia. And Aurelia's name would be America with joy. So when I created chemistry, I put the mystery of Christ in the word chemistry. And then I used vitamins and minerals, gave you the periodical table. And I was working on my 1776 Declaration of Independence and my U.S. Constitution. And the thought of delusion, how you dilute something. If you feed a dog and give a dog a name, if you bow down to that dog, so your world will have to learn about the Lord jealous. For if you feed a dog like you feed your child, and you give a dog a name, supposedly, that a dog can never call that name. And then you bow down to the dog on your hands and knees. You became like a dog. So you heard of the Lord jealous. That my name is Yahweh, God Elohim. I am. And first person English was never used to write any books in the English language, and definitely not used for the World Wide Web Internet, about my names and my history of the earth on planet Venus in heaven, where the English dictionary was written and the word Venus was placed in the English dictionary, 1604. So chemistry was to teach about masculine mortal mammals, and this thing called vitamin D deficiency, from alphabet letter deficiency of the Hebrew writers of the Bibles from the earth. That their whole thinking was incomplete to some degree, even though they were learning development. So from the writers with alphabet letter D deficiency that wrote that Bible with my word G-O-D, Yahweh God Elohim, I am, then vitamin D deficiency would be given to all masculine mortal mammals who learned of my word G-O-D. And it would create delusion if you did not obey the tenets and precepts of the Lord. So the Lord became Frederick Douglass, Yahweh Elohim, and we placed our name Lord God with Frederick Douglass, Yahweh Elohim, creator of the federal and federal governments of these United States. 4 united stations, printed right in the 1776 Declaration of Independence. At first there was only 1 station. So chemistry, which is about first person English, to declare that I am Yahweh, is to call for all the ancestors that exist before the Hebrew Israelites to correct any man. To say I am Elohim is to agree that you did not create yourself whatsoever, because you did not create I am. Elohim creates everything. It did not create anything called am, just I. So to say I am Yahweh or I am Elohim became an English affirmation of me. God, He knows, Yahweh Elohim. That you would agree with me, anything that I would have wanted for you, past, present, or future. Anything. If you say I am Yahweh or I am Elohim, you agree to anything that I ever created, past, present, or future for you, without me ever knowing you. So it's called chemistry. And through simple delusion, if you, the great prophet Malcolm Little, whose name is also Malcolm X, if you have an integrated cup of coffee, where you make a cup of coffee, you put your Folgers in your cup, and then you put some milk or cream in there, you dilute your coffee very much. It's also called AIDS and HIV. But definitely if you think you have sex with a dog, germs would be the least of your problems. And anything that is vitamin D deficient I know a dog is vitamin D deficient. It can't even say D. And it's a damn dog. And would not recognize a letter D because it don't have eyes. You just think it does. If you say that a dog has eyes, then either you are like a damn dog, or a dog has been raised up to your level of comprehension. A dog does not have ears. If you think a dog has ears, then human beings can't have ears unless they're a dog. A dog don't have no nose, it's called a snout. On and on and on. A dog don't have no damn legs.